And not always are you able to see the entirety of practice, but we wanted to allow this as kind of a window into what's happening during training camp. If you aren't able to be here tonight, we want the Ravens flock to be able to kind of soak up this moment together. And so we appreciate you joining us, and I hope that you enjoy the show over the course of these next 2 hours.
Well, Garrett, you talked about the buzz for the fans, and there's obviously a lot of noise, a lot of buzz surrounding number 8, Lamar Jackson.
Practice, and it's almost like he's an undrafted rookie looking to make the team. You know, and a face of the franchise type guy, you know, just a tremendous competitor. He's the last guy you worry about getting complacent, and, you know, he brings it every day. To me, it looks like every... And,
you know, Rashod Bateman with a nice little kind of bubble screen there, the first play, which was great. Now Mark Andrews, just right on cue, and then he kind of forces his way into the end zone.
Into this kind of play.
Yeah,
totally.
They say...
Well, James Prochet just absolutely burnt Kayvon Seymour. And nice play by Prochet.
Yeah, he did that yesterday. Runner.
Well, they say iron sharpens iron, and we're seeing that here. I mean, you have a second-year guy in Rashod Bateman going up against
Shamar Bridges.
Yeah, I think he probably made the most plays in recent weeks from Fort Valley State. He's a good target, a big kid. He's made his move this week.
Who's had a nice camp, and we'll see if he's, you know, is able to carve out a spot. You know, Benjamin Victor's in that mix too.
And if everybody's healthy, and I'm talking about everybody in the top 4, that's Bateman. That's a good competitive route there. But I'm talking about Bateman, Prochet, Duvernay against Mark Andrews. That's what you love about Chuck Clark. He's so competitive.
Yeah, this is great. So
yep, see, he gets subs out Robert Jackson. It's my turn against Bateman. You love that. You love that. That's competitiveness. That's what you love about Marlon. And that's great defense, too, by him.
Yeah, I mean, that was sticky coverage. He was running with him step for step. And, I mean, that was kind of an interesting little note there. I mean, you know, Robert Jackson was lining up. He wanted to – and that was great. Well –
yeah, Brandon Stevens, he's been so physical.
Outside corner. And so, like, this is a guy who can play everywhere back there. He's playing outside corner. He can play in the middle. He's played safety. You know, Mike McDonald said that Brandon Stevens –
to claim that starting spot with Bateman.
Well, I think it's kind of between him and Prochet at this point. Here's a big play to Rashod Bateman down the sideline. Wow.
That was a catch.
Yeah, that was an impressive play right there. I mean, that's
gelled, man. Coming together. We had a lot of young, great players that was in. We had a lot of great older guys that were veterans. I'm not gonna say older guys, veterans that came in, and it was just amazing how Ray, he was our guy.
Right. I'm always curious to talk to players who played on championship teams. Like, what were you thinking 4 days into the camp of that 2000 season?
Well, I didn't know. I mean, 4 days into camp, my rookie year or during the
Super Bowl team? Yeah, the Super Bowl team.
We knew scoring a touchdown and still winning those games. I mean, that said a lot about what we had.
That's awesome.
Well, that group also had a few first-round draft picks, a few future Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
I mean, can kind of compare it to the group that the Ravens have now. But that group took a lot of chemistry and really cared about each other. What does it take to get to that point?
It takes trust. It takes a lot of focus.